And, so you've got this illusion of choice, right? You're still drinking cola or a citrus drink or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then in the middle, and it's still a Coca-Cola product, I would assume. I can't remember what brand it was, but there was water and all of the bells and whistles and flashy colors. This kid went for the bottled water, and he's not even 2.
He likes water.
Yeah. He doesn't want soda.
That's good. I do not give my children any pop whatsoever.
And this kid, he's eating right out of the garden. You know what I mean? From, I don't want to say day one, but whatever day it is from now. Look at him. He's not even 2 years old.
Right.
And
that's going to be commonplace. And he's going to grow up knowing how to fend for himself that way.
Yeah. And, I don't want to get too into their personal life.
Sure. Okay.
I don't want to make that decision for them. They have been gracious enough to say that, when we talk to them and stuff like that, they, I've talked to Chris and I've said, well, do you want to be anonymous, And he says, no, absolutely not. I'm an open book. And I'm an open book too, by the way. So that's kind of cool. Now, everyone else, other than special guests who have been on, have chose to be anonymous. And I respect that and I encourage that too. They both have their place. It's a personal decision, right? We're about freedom, okay? So you have the freedom around here, to either lay it all out on the table or not. That is your choice. It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I like how me and Pat have this dynamic where I'm a little bit more of an open book. There's things that I want to remain private, and they're going to be. And me and Pat kind of have this yin-yang thing going on where that's not even his real name. Pat Riot, Patriot, get it?
In my other life, I'm quite open.
Yeah, so again, it's this yin-yang. But then we end up seeing other sides of Pat in small doses that I'm not willing to disclose. So it really is this, polar opposite type thing, and which, as I said in the last dialogue, it's kind of this dynamic thing that you're either going to like or you're going to not listen to us, and you're welcome to it. Get off the website. Don't listen to the podcast. By all means.
That could be like the most interesting marketing I've ever heard. Because how often do kids or anybody do exactly what you tell them not to do? Do not listen to the show. Do not share it with your friends.
It's I mean, it's psychological. It's definitely not for everybody.
It's
what I mean, and I'm not going to operate under the delusion that it is. I wish it was. You know what I mean? I wish what we were saying made sense to everybody.
Particularly very, very beautiful women.
Yeah.
Yeah, being Pat Riot kind of affords me a certain freedom in my own mind. Allows me to explore things that I might not otherwise do, say, or act, I guess. So it's that whole pseudonym thing working its way out.
Yeah, and together we become Voltron. You know what I mean? Because I've been talking to Pat, and in the future you may see some variety of characters or some persona. Lurking around the Crisis Club incarnations that you're like, who's this guy? And it's just really me in disguise. You know what I mean? Yeah. Affording myself the luxury of anonymity.
Yeah, there's
saying things that I don't necessarily want to own up to as who I really am. Which for most of you people out there, who am I really? You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know.
And that brings up the point of, and I don't want to get too off topic or whatever, but I mean, we can say whatever we want around here. Know thyself. You know what I mean? To thy own self be true.
Aye, aye.
The only knowledge which is ever and can ever be certain is self-knowledge. So, and being that everything is relative to one another, something is only small in relation to something bigger than it. There's always going to be something bigger than anything that you ever know is only in relation to who you are. So without knowing who you are, you will never know really what anything is because it's always in relation to you and the other things around you.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter if you know me or not. It only matters if I know me. It doesn't matter if I know you or not. And I never really will because it will only be in relation to me. So know yourself. Don't worry about who the fuck I am.
Know yourself, boy.
Don't worry about who Pat Riot is.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll say some things which might lead people down the path of, wanting to explore themselves and know themselves a little bit better rather than distract themselves from them or their own self.
What about the way you love me? And the way you squeeze me.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see, today being July 4th, it'll be interesting to see who, if anyone, gets shot to death by police today. And, if that should happen, God, it sounds like I'm making light of it, but how truly horrible is that?
Probably going to happen a lot today. It happens a lot every day, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And the most we can hope for is that A, it doesn't happen to us, and B, that if it does happen, that it gets captured, that it's somehow documented. Me and Josh Carter had a discussion about a little news item the last time that he was on, and it did involve a shooting in Florida.
Okay.
Where police had surrounded a man's car. Let me see if I can find this this item in question. Here we go. So, because I want to do a better job of, specifically. Okay.
This guy a sovereign citizen?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I mean,
I've been seeing a lot of that lately.
I mean, we're all sovereign citizens, but is he a part of a movement? No. This guy is just he is a car stereo technician who caught a shooting by Miami police. Now, the police managed to fire, I believe, around 70 shots within, less than 10 seconds or whatever. But they surrounded this guy's car, shot this guy full of holes, and also managed to hit 4 other people, with stray bullets in the process. Jeez. Now, this was videotaped by a man accompanied by his girlfriend, MERICA Davis. They got this all on video. Now, it was noticed by a police officer that they had gotten this on video, as well as a number of other people. Long story short, this man was pursued by police as he ran back to his vehicle. He's lucky he didn't catch a bullet in the back right then, but he managed to slip the chip out of his phone and into his mouth.
Oh yeah.
Now he turns over his shoulder and sees a police with a gun to his girlfriend's head, and a police officer also got into the back. This is Miami police, got into the back of their SUV of some sort. Mm-hmm. Puts a gun to his head and says, "So you want to be expletive paparazzi?" And then they get him out of the car. They get him down on the ground. They smash his phone and then put it into his back pocket.
Jesus.
Now, he's already gotten the SIM card in his mouth. Okay, now then that's when they go around and smash some other people's private property. They bring him on downtown. They interrogate him. They demand to see the phone again. They give it back. Da-da-da. Now, this guy had made statements. That's how we found out about it. But now, apparently, this guy's lawyered up, and he's making no statements other than through a lawyer who's saying that he's essentially not making statements. Mm-hmm. So this is a good thing. However, I want to make a prediction that within 2 years, and I'm being generous here, within 2 years, you are going to see some sort of device issued to police which will scramble, recording technology on cell phones and whatnot.
They have that now, Rob.
Right, but what I am saying, and I know they're working on it, but what I'm saying, within 2 years, it will actually be issued
real world
to
use,
police.
Real world usage right now already. They're able to. State police troopers have some device. I shared it a while back where they can just be near your car and get all your information from your phone. I
shared that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about that, Pat? I mean, how does that make you feel?
Well, I don't like it, but then again, I could also choose not to have a phone. I mean, it's like.
But should it come down to that? I mean, I choose not to have a phone. But
what's in the fine print anyways when you sign up for all that jazz? I mean, really, who honestly sits there and reads it? And are we going to trust people who do and tell us what it's all about either? I mean,
that's where we're at today. You know what I mean? We're basically at the mercy of a bunch of fine print that everyone knows you're not going to read anyway, because if you did, you wouldn't understand it. It's this bizarre corporate, legalese.
It's a whole new dialect unto its own, man. I mean, it's something so wholly separate. I mean, there's a reason why you go to college for X amount of years just to understand this.
Yeah,
even then, it's debatable, and there's loopholes.
Sure. But I mean, it's the worst kept secret in the world. I mean, everybody knows you're not intended to know what basically the terms of your agreement. I mean, when you sign up for a social networking site, do you agree to the terms of this? Well, you agree, and they know, and they know that you don't know what they even are.
Yeah.
But you agree because you don't care. So who knows what it says in the The point being is that it is what it is. You still have a recording device on your phone, and you're still going to use it how you see fit. But it will be interesting to see how it all plays out, or what steps they will take in the future to basically keep you from holding the police accountable when they decide to murder people.
Yep.
Because this guy who got shot, keep in mind, we're talking about someone who recorded the event. Okay. Well, there's a whole nother person involved in this event, which is this, human piece of Swiss cheese, sitting in the driver's seat of a car and I think the reason why they were, and this is just speculation, this is just me speculating, but I think what may have ticked these guys off so bad was, well, first of all, they're in Miami, Florida, so they're probably roided and coked out. But aside from that, he did hit a cop car. I don't know. Police dogs are officers, so you can get charged with, I don't know, some homicide or whatever. Maybe cop cars. It's like Kit, a Knight Rider. Maybe it was a sentient cop car that he hit. You know what I mean? This Knight Rider-esque Kit type Miami coke sniffing roided out cop car.
Preserve my own life. Yeah.
Gotten a little fender bender.
Hey, I'm checking out.
That would make an awesome cop buddy flick.
That would be sweet.
I wish we had the funding to then cut to
they tried
our own little clip or whatever of us acting that out.
My buddy was looking for Trans Ams to buy, and there was a dealership or a kit you could get where it would turn it into Kit. And it would literally say all the things that it said, and it had the front flashing red beam and everything. It was like called the Kit or something. I don't know.
That's cool, but I'm more preoccupied with this coke sniffing, roided out cop car which got its feelings hurt there on whatever day that was, which led to this drunken driver being shot, I don't know even how many times. What a crazy, twisted, weird web.
Yeah, because you don't hear about it anymore.
That transitions into the whole cell phone smashing incident, and it's just cops gone wild.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Crisis Club should put that video out. Cops gone wild.
Yeah, there's a pretty interesting blog that I've been checking out called Cop Block, I think.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I've been familiar with Cop Block for a while now.
But hey, Rob.
Yeah.
I think I might have stumbled upon a possible predictive programming event here. I'm looking at Google News, and through the Ministry of Truth, if you will, the new one anyways, at least everywhere where all the supposed media outlets get their news from is Twitter nowadays, which is, hilarious unto itself. But right here, second top news story item, Fox News Twitter feed says Obama dead. an apparent hack. The first of the false tweets was posted around 2 a.m. They were still up 8 hours later with no explanation or their origin.